This is Change Radio News. Today is Monday, the 1st of November 2021, and the news read by Nyakasikana Rose Maponga. Stories making the headlines. President Chamisa speaks about employment opportunities created through renewable energy. Zimbabweans in the UK hold demonstrations against Mnangawa human rights abuses and corruption. MDC Alliance condemns abductions and beatings of its member Maria Wemba. And now the stories in detail. As the 26th Conference of the Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention of Climate Change, UNFCCC, starts today, the MDC Alliance President Advocate Nelson Chamisa has said he is expecting rich countries to be fully committed towards reduction of greenhouse gas emission through investment. Advocate Chamisa added his government will have to seize investment opportunity to create employment in new industry working on renewable energy in line with the global target to meet the net zero by 2050. Zimbabweans in diaspora have today descended on Glasgow in Scotland to demonstrate against Mnangawa's presence at the COP26 Climate Change Summit. The protesters are demanding Mnangawa to end human rights abuses in Zimbabwe and an end to corruption that had left the country wallowing in poverty. Our reporter in Scotland filed this report.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are here live in Scotland, Glasgow, where there is a COP26 summit going on. As we know, Mnangawa is also coming, he's here. The ZANU-PF people are here, the Zimbabweans in the UK are here. We are still waiting for some more Zimbabweans coming. They have started trickling in. As you can see, the stage is set, the mood is on. I have my brother Yuda here. Is Yuda. Yuda, I'm with Yuda live. Yes. Are victims of ZANU-PF. Listen to the speech.
We are demonstrating here today in Glasgow. We really understand that the British government or the United Kingdom government invited a killer. This country invited a murderer. This country invited someone who committed genocide in this country. So this is why we are here demonstrating. We demand an urgent repatriation of Emerson Mnangawa back to Zimbabwe. The United Nations stand for our rights. Why are they inviting murderers in this country? Why are they inviting murderers to attend the crucial meeting? If himself, Mnangawa, doesn't know what climate change is, so we see no reason why United Nations invited him in this country. So as a group of Zimbabweans, as victims of ZANU-PF, as victims of genocide, as victims of torture, we are here today to make sure that our message is put across to United Nations. We don't need Mnangawa in this country with the immediate effect. We don't need him in this country. He has brought 100 people in this country. He has brought stone throwers in this country. He has brought murderers in this country. So I'll be glad to show even all the United Nations people when these murderers come here, they are going to live. What else? Listed as genocide. Sanctions are genocide. We stand in support of those sanctions as victims of sanctions. Mnangawa itself is genocidal. Sanctions are not genocide. Sanctions are the way to try and force Mnangawa to implement political changes, to implement political climate change, which we demand.
The MDC Alliance has strongly condemned Mnangagwa's regime for using security forces to continuously abuse the opposition after its party's member Maria Wemba, who is the coordinator for Zimba South constituency, was kidnapped and beaten on Friday. It is reported that Wemba, who is currently hospitalized due to injuries, was later on found half naked with bruises all over her body. MDC Alliance Vice President Linet Kare-Nyikore has said ZANU-PF is not a government and does not own the country's resources, as it is just a political party like MDC Alliance. VP Kare-Nyikore said these remarks during a hugely turned-out voter mobilization tour in Bikita. She was accompanied by the party's Assembly of Women Chairperson Honorable Machira Irwamugido and Youth Assembly Chairperson Cecilia Chimbiri. She said people have a right to country's resources as it is not owned by ZANU-PF. She said,
tiri kutenderera mumaprovinces seutungamiri. Saka musi wemugobera tanga tiriko kubhikita seutungamiri hweMDC inotungamirwa nababa advocate Nelson Chamisa. Takagamuchirwa zvakanaka nevatungamiriri nevakuru venharaunda venzvimbo yebhikita. Shoko ranga ringori rimwe chete rekukurudzira vanhu kuti vanorejesta kuzovhota, uye nekunzwawo zvichemo zvavari kusangana nazvo. Saka tinofara nekuti Bhikita yadavira. Tinofara nekuti Bhikita yati aiwa ngaapinde hake mukomana. Vese vari kuti chatiri kuda ndechekuti tiite make sure kuti tadifenda vhoti redu, nekuti makore nemakore tinoziva kuti aiwa tinovhota neuwandu. Saka taakuda kuzonochengetedza vhoti redu. Chakandifadza chikuru ndechekuti pakabuda vana vechidiki vari kuti aiwa isu tarejesta kunovhota, uye takasiya tavakurudzira kuti chiendai munotorawo vese vechidiki vana mama kuti vaendewo kunorejesta kuvhota. Takapa vanhu basa rekuti vaite, uye tiri kuti pamusha woga woga baba, sekuru, mbuya, tezvara, tete, varora vese tiri kuti ngatibatanei tinorejesta kuvhota. Kana tapedza kurejesta tozonovhota kana musi wesarudzo wasvika. Vana vazhinji vaitaura kuti aiwa tarwadziwa neupenyu, taakuda kushandura kuti zvinhu zvimire zvakanaka. Saka ndakafara nekuti Bhikita yadavira. Bhikita yati aiwa ngaapinde zvake mukomana. Ndakasiyawo ndati kuvanhu nguva yekurima yakusvika. Kana mbeu ichinge yauya, kana chibage chichinge chauya, torai, nekuti chibage ichocho hachiziri chezanu. ZANU-PF haizi hurumende, ZANU-PF ibato rakangofananawo nesu. Saka mari dzevana vedu nehama dzedu dzemataxes dzinotorwa ndo dzinoshandiswawo kunyaya idzodzo dzesocial warfare.
We at Change Radio encourage citizens to become registered voters for the upcoming 2023 elections. To find out where your nearest voter registration is, please call the free phone number 08 08 02 19. The number again 08 08 02 19. The United States representative to the United Nations, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, has rubbished United Nations Special Rapporteur Elena Doan's recent report on the negative impact of sanctions in Zimbabwe, saying the Southern African country's economic situation is deepening due to the bad policies and human rights violations. Thomas Greenfield said their targeted sanctions do not impact majority of people but selected individuals, adding that the US will always resist such criticism. Last week, Doan had issued a report stating that sanctions were affecting the majority of the citizens and called on all countries to lift sanctions against Zimbabwe. Meanwhile, almost 65% of Zimbabwean citizens have said sanctions are not the main cause of the economic meltdown in the country, but instead it is the Mnangagwa's government's bad policies and corruption. This has been revealed by Afrobarometer survey carried out across Zimbabwe. Chief Takamela from Nkai in Matebeleni Northeast said families of the victims who were killed in 1985 during Gukuraundi genocide are still in deep pain as government is not willing to compensate them or apologize. He said these remarks during the last day of the Asanke Film Festival in Balagwe, where they unveiled a third memorial plaque after two of them were stolen by suspected ZANU-PF members. He further said people may convene in memory of those killed, but the people who are affected most are the ones who were close to them. Last Wednesday, Magistrate Barbara Mateko removed from remand student activist and human rights defender Alan Moyo, who was facing charges of participating in gathering with intent to promote public violence. Moyo had previously spent over 2 months in remand prison after being arrested for the allegations. The International Labour Organization ILO report has revealed that more than 580,000 youths have left the country in 2020 due to lack of employment opportunities from Mnangawa-led government. According to the survey titled Labour Market Diagnostic Analysis LMDA, most are occupying low-quality jobs in the foreign countries due to lack of employment contracts and social protection. Chiefs Council President Chief Fortune Charumbira has again trampled on the Zimbabwe constitution, which stated that traditional leaders should not belong to any political party, after saying that traditional chiefs own ZANU-PF and they will never be separated. Addressing ZANU-PF annual conference in Bindura, Charumbira said ZANU-PF exists because of them and they will remain united, with his comments heavily criticized by citizens. In 2018, Charumbira uttered similar comments and was ordered by Justice Clement Piri of the Harare High Court to publicly withdraw his words, but he refused to comply with the ruling. Meanwhile, Zimbabwe Election Advocacy Trust has strongly condemned Chief Justice Luke Malaba also defied the constitution that says he must be non-partisan after he was spotted at the ZANU-PF conference in Bindura last week. The organization, which describes Malaba's behavior as shocking and unbelievable, said his actions are endangering electoral process and the judiciary system. Still on the same matter, the Zimbabwe Republic Police Head of Law and Order Midlands Province, Superintendent Kaniri, was pictured wearing ZANU-PF regalia, even though she was aware the Constitution says police officers are barred from being members of a political party. A police officer identified as Maxwell Guvava, who got arrested last week for speaking out that Mr. Emerson Mnangawa has failed to solve the country's economic situation, has been released from custody on $5,000 bail. Guvava is being charged with undermining Mnangagwa by questioning his capability to solve the country's economic crisis after telling ZANU-PF members that Zimbabwe is a rotten country. Eswatini's Human Rights Commission has exposed King Moswati's gross human rights violations after it revealed a shocking figure where about 46 people were shot dead, 245 sustained gunshot injuries, and 235 arrested by armed forces during the June 2021 political unrest. The commission further said there could be more deaths that were not recorded. We managed to get the identity of the woman whose video went viral with a song saying MDC Alliance led by President Nelson Chamisa must govern so young people can get jobs. Her name is Mbuya Maendi from Nedziwa in Chimanimani. She will be delighted to know that the singer-songwriter Paul Madzore will be engaging her to produce and promote her song. And COVID-19 news and updates. Last night, the Health Ministry said Zimbabwe has recorded 23 new cases of COVID-19. Sadly, one person died from the virus-related complications. We at Change Radio continue to urge citizens to wear masks, to sanitize, to practice social distancing, and to get vaccinated. And finally, sport. Here are the results of last weekend's football match from the English Premier League. Leicester 0, Arsenal 2, Burnley 3, Brentford 1, Liverpool 2, Brighton 2, Manchester City 0, Crystal Palace 2, Newcastle 0, Chelsea 3, Watford 0, Southampton 1, Tottenham 0, Manchester United 3, Norwich 1, Leeds 2, Aston Villa 1, West Ham 4. And to end the bulletin, here are the headlines once more. President Chamisa speaks about employment opportunities created through renewable energy. Zimbabweans in the UK hold demonstrations against Mnangagwa, human rights abuses and corruption. MDC Alliance condemns adoption and beatings of its member, Maria Wemba.